Hey guys, I'm Will from Tested.
And I'm Norm from Tested.
Norm, it's TV box season again. It seems like these things never stop coming.
Set-top boxes.
Yeah.
Are they? Should we even call them set-top boxes anymore? Because
do you put them on top of your set?
No, my set is this thin.
Yeah. So if you put it on there, it would fall. Like I have a camera
off.
Up there.
It's maybe the living room entertainment center.
I put it. I bury these
box.
deep inside the cabinet, as far away from human eyes as I can get
pucks.
them. This is the new Amazon Fire TV. It came out last week, 2 weeks ago, I guess now. It's let's say it's about the size of your palm. That looks about right.
Accurate.
Yeah. It's very thin compared to your Apple TV puck or your Roku puck. Not that I think any of that stuff matters at all.
No.
Basically, what matters about this thing is it's essentially an Android phone. It's a quad-core, I think, Qualcomm processor jammed into a little tiny box with a couple of gigs of memory and a couple of gigs of storage. And it's to use Amazon's Kindle Fire ecosystem stuff on your TV. That's what it's there for.
So most of these basic set-top boxes, the Roku 3, the Apple TV, and now the Amazon Fire TV, they all use these ARM processors, basically the similar processors, class of processors that you would find on a smartphone.
Yeah.
This is directly one of those smartphone processors from like a year and a half ago. So it's not the newest one, but it is theoretically faster than the very low power ones found in the Apple TV.
Well, the Apple TV is what, an iPhone 4, I think?
Yeah,
it's an A5 or something?
2-3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the same era hardware. It's 1080p, 720p output. It does 60 frames a second. It has HDMI out, optical audio out,
which
power.
we're using.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We're using HDMI only.
For audio.
For audio as
power.
Well. It has an Ethernet port as well as Wi-Fi. It seems to do 5.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi like all the other Amazon stuff. And then USB port for like keyboards and game controllers and stuff like that.
USB 2.0 in the back, but it's only for accessories, not for storage.
There's no local storage playback at this point. At least none of the stuff that I plugged in worked, and nobody that I saw on the internet was able to get it to work either.
All right, it's a $100 box. What
$100 box. It's mainly, so the thing that's weird about it is it's mainly, like where all of these other devices are primarily Netflix or iTunes boxes, this one is an Amazon Instant box. To the point that it is integrated, like everything is integrated with Amazon Instant. The other stuff runs as apps. So you can run Netflix, you can run Hulu, you can run Showtime Go, all that stuff. But primarily this is for viewing Amazon Instant. Now we're on Netflix now. Bob, hit the home button.
Let me show you the controller real quick.
Well, this is
the home button.
Yeah.
All right. So
hit home and get out of there.
The home button.
Yeah.
The controller is it's a very basic controller. It has more buttons than like the Apple TV. For
Not
example.
very many more. A couple more.
If we show the product shot here, yep. So you have is this a D-pad?
That's a D-pad. The center button is okay to select.
Okay. We'll talk about that top button in just a second. But you have your home, and like Android, there's like your menus.
I've never really used that button. It's
home,
just there.
Menu, back. I like this button because I'm an Android user.
I know, but I'm just saying for a TV, you don't need context. You shouldn't need context menus on a TV.
And then some play button, play, and
fast forward,
rewind.
All
right. So I click home.
So
home.
Yeah, this is the home screen. So switch back over, Joey. Thank you. This is the home screen. It's if you're a Kindle Fire user, this is familiar to you. They group things by the type of category it is. The home kind of aggregates everything that you've watched. This is the main browsing interface. You jump over for the section that you want to be in. For example, let's watch a movie, Norm.
All right. Let's only watch 3 seconds of a movie.
So that we don't go to jail.
We don't violate copyrights.
Well, you know, this is the greatest American hero. He's there. I'm going to hit play.
Okay.
And it starts streaming the video. Yep, okay, we're out, we're safe.
Well, okay.
The home screen integrates all the stuff that you use, whether it's apps, videos, music, photo galleries that you've looked at from your Amazon cloud storage, all of that stuff.
Minecraft
it all shows
games.
up in home.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, was that movie queued up?
I watched a little bit of that movie last night.
So
one of the things that they're pitching with this is that it is very instant loading, so that they apparently anticipate based on your cursor movement what you're going to watch next.
Because it didn't have your standard.
You didn't see the circle.
The loading circle.
Nope. Here's something I would never watch.
Okay.
Home Run.
Home Run. Is that Kutch? Is it the Kutch? No.
No, it's Scott. It's an old movie, I think.
Okay.
and it plays instantly.
That's pretty good.
So like that bit actually works. That's one of the things they pitch. I kind of didn't notice it because I don't have a whole lot of lag on my home connection because I have a pretty fast internet connection at home. But it is once I knew that I was supposed to be looking for it, you immediately notice that there's 3 seconds on everything else, and this loads pretty much instantly.
Let's do a test, because I'm going to pick a movie. Let's not hover over it and see how quick it loads. Go to movies, go to Amazon Prime, so it's free for you.
This is it.
All right, and let's say scroll to recently added to Prime. Just scroll down it.
Okay.
But go fast. Let's say, and I'm going to stop you at go back to Scary Movie 3.
Okay, I'm just going to loop around.
Right.
It just loops.
Or just Clear and Present Danger.
Oh.
Harrison Ford. Click Harrison Ford's face.
It.
Right there. Go, 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 go. Let's see.
So I think that they hide it.
There you go.
You get a little bit of a buffer.
It is now buffering.
I think that it hides it in the in both the load, like in the because you always have to go to that second level. Let's see again.
Let's try another one.
Go to the Peoples, and if I just hit play, does it just go straight to play? Yeah, it does.
Still
so you see a little bit of a bubble there. If you sit on this description page at all, then you get no.
So let's recreate that. I'm playing Menu Hero.
Okay.
So I'm sitting on the couch.
This is my favorite game to play. Gina, I play this all the time.
Oh, what movie am I going to watch? Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. That's a great movie.
Let me read the description.
Groundbreaking. From groundbreaking writer and director Quentin Tarantino, Kill Bill Volume 1 stars Uma Thurman. I'm in. Boom.
All right. I would also like to watch this now.
And it does. It goes. So that's it. They hide it in there. It's a neat UI trick. Everybody's going to knock that off in like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Like that. There's no reason not to do that because bandwidth is free.
Does that apply also to app loading times?
No, it does not apply at all to app loading times. It's only to stream stuff.
So this is something that you only get the benefit from if you're watching from the top level menu to Amazon Prime Instant.
I don't understand what. Oh, yeah.
Like Netflix.
Yes, Netflix. You don't have a benefit on buffer. Let's make sure. But I'm reasonably sure that Netflix had the normal, intolerable 2-second load time.
So this actually loaded pretty quickly, the app, because it was in the memory.
It was already cached. Yeah. So it's like I said, it's a reasonably capable Android phone. It's kind of an older phone, but it's better than what you get for 99 bucks.
Let's hover over Avengers. Give it some time to think we're going to watch it if it actually works.
Okay. We could watch G.I. Joe. It's exciting.
All right.
Okay. An all-star lineup of superheroes, including Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, and Captain America. Poor Thor.
I like the description, the IMDb description for Man of Steel.
Which is?
Still loads.
Yeah, it still loads.
For Man of Steel, it's like a man discovers his secret alien past, and then the planet suffers from an alien invasion. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
For Superman, yep.
Okay, so it's really tightly integrated with Amazon Instant. For something that is so tightly integrated with Amazon Instant, it's really hard to actually browse Amazon Instant with this
thing. This is not new for Amazon Instant. I think they've been hiding the fact that their library is not as deep as people think it is.
You know what? They do a good job with stuff I want to watch. They have things like Oblivion, and while I don't want to watch The Hobbit, like they do good with big action movies and the kind of stuff that I want to watch if I'm going to the movie rental store in the old days. The problem is fundamentally that like the number of categories, this is the movies section, and I'm looking here, it doesn't really differentiate very well between Prime movies, which are free, and movies that you have to pay to stream, like new releases and stuff like that. I mean, it says here's new releases, these are pay movies.
Yep.
Here are the free movies.
That ribbon in the corner.
But I can't go in and just browse categories or something like that on Prime. I can see top movies, I can see new Prime movies, I can't just see genres in movies.
Go to Man of Steel. There you go. Let's go read the description for Man of Steel.
Okay. This is going to be a pay movie.
There it goes. Read the description.
A young boy learns he has extraordinary powers and is not of this earth. As a young man, when the world is threatened, he must emerge as a hero and the symbol of hope for all mankind. I just got chills.
Wow.
That is a hell of an IMDb description.
That's if you did not know. How about This is Superman, the movie?
Yes. Hey guys, the big S on the lead. Anyway, my criticism is these movies, like source code is probably Amazon Instant, but it doesn't really make that clear, and there's no, see, this is, I have to pay to rent this.
Yeah.
So I want to see just the stuff that's free, and they don't, for obvious reasons, make that easy to do. It's a little bit of a bummer. I bet Fantastic Voyage is free. Nope. $4.
I think you have to look at the top corner, and if it just says HD, it means it's in HD, but if it has that extra blue ribbon.
Prime, so that means Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters
has the check
is a freebie.
There you go.
It sucks. It sucks so bad.
Train your brain.
Now, here's the thing. They almost make up for this because the voice search is pretty good. Like this is one of the things that they're going to show in ads, And actually, they've added genres. This is new from the last time I looked at this. But it's still not separated by Prime and not Prime.
It's not the 50,000 genres that Netflix has.
Yeah, and like I said, all of these top 5 movies are paid movies. I can't. These aren't things that I just stream for free as part of my Prime Instant membership. That one might be. Nope, that you still have to pay for.
Do you know?
So see, look, all of these are not paid.
In Netflix,
are free. Are
the
paid.
Atlantic indexed all of the genres that Netflix has.
There are thousands of them,
There
right?
are thousands and thousands. You know what the most popular genre, or not most popular, but the most populous genre is? The genre
that's most popular in most areas?
That has the most variations?
Okay.
Perry Mason.
Really?
There are like 1,000 Perry Mason.
People like detective stories.
And it's varied.
So I'm going to say the name of a movie.
Okay.
Superman 2. To do that, you press the button on the top of the remote, this one right here.
Oh, there you go.
And it says, oh, did you say Superman 2? Yes, I did. I pressed the button, and it's going to say, oh, we do have Superman 2. And is it instant? Nope, I have to pay to rent it. You can find anything that's in the instant video library this way. It's pretty good at that. Give me a movie, Norm.
Oh, you put me on the spot. The Solaris.
Solaris. Solaris. This is a little tough because we can't hear the tone that tells you when it's safe to talk.
There you go.
Is it going to give us both? There's Clooney. There's the 1971 version.
Wow.
So,
and also other movies that people like.
Right.
Sunshine and Moon were other movies I would associate with that.
I'm surprised the Europa Report's not in here, but I think they're on Netflix only.
Nope, there we go.
Oh, there's the Europa Report. Okay. So the other thing that's weird about this voice search is it's incredibly useful. I personally, I know a lot of people use search to find movies to watch. I like to play Menu Hero. It's part of my Friday every week that Gene and I sit down and we spend 20 or 30 minutes browsing menus until we can reach a consensus.
Can you say other things aside from movie names?
Toilet paper.
That's exactly what you said.
And it gives me TV shows
You
about
can't do
toilet
genres?
paper. That's a good question. Science fiction.
Oh, hyphenated science fiction.
But see, it's just a category search.
There you go.
So these
All right.
are science.
Hey, there's one music video with science fiction in its name.
Really?
If you go up to music videos.
Oh, hell, let's see what that is. Science fiction double feature. Me and the
Me First and Gimme Gimmes.
I'm
They
just
did the theme song
backing slowly away.
for
Science fiction. It sounds like.
Malcolm Middle.
Really?
There you go.
But how's that song go?
Life is unfair.
Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. So the voice search works really well. The big problem with the voice search is it only works on Amazon Instant stuff. You can't buy toilet paper from Amazon. Kind of a bummer. But more importantly, when you search for something, it doesn't show up if it's in Netflix or Hulu or one of the other apps that's available.
So what apps are available?
There's a fairly extensive list of apps available. There's a lot of games. We'll get to that in a little bit. But if you look at like just the Spotlight apps, it's a pretty good list of things that you're going to want, including Netflix and Pandora and Showtime and Vimeo and HBO and all that. And YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Actually,
Not HBO.
Actually, and not YouTube when I think about it. So you can see the complete list of apps if you search on the internet for Fire TV apps, because it's just a subset of the Amazon App Store. It's all available on the web, so you can see if the stuff you want is on here. There is like stuff like a Plex implementation, so it's stuff that's not really available. Roku has a Plex implementation that's pretty good, but it's not on Apple TV, it's not on Google Chromecast and some of the other stuff that's available out there.
No HBO Go yet. I mean, and just like
No.
Roku has HBO Go problems with Comcast, I'm sure it's something they're working out with providers to try to figure out.
I gotta imagine that HBO is probably more likely to sign on with Roku, who they view as not a threat, than Amazon, who has got to scare the living shit out of Comcast.
Unless they sell a ton of these, like Apple TV, then they'll
If they
give
sell
in.
a ton of them, maybe. It seemed like there were at least several hundred apps. It's like anything, it's difficult to tell because they kind of obfuscate it in the store. There's a lot of these lists where you kind of see, oh, look, it's apps with movies and TV. Here are all the things you want. Most of these seem to be very easily ported versions of the Android apps. So if you look at like Plex in the Android App Store versus this version of Plex, this is it's very similar. And I would show Plex, which I actually thought was like, I was really pleasantly surprised by this Plex implementation. I haven't used the Amazon, the Roku one, but we don't have a server on the network here, so I didn't bring that with me.
So Amazon,
but the Plex implementation does direct streaming. The device doesn't support MKV containers, which is what most of my ripped movies are in. But you can stream. It'll strip the container out, put it in a different container that the Amazon Fire TV understands, and it'll play the native bit rates up to 1080p, like 20 megabits per second
that's
or
interesting
more.
because Roku does now MKV.
Right.
Also.
Roku does MKV. Amazon probably has a vested interest in not doing MKV. Subtitles it'll transcode. This implementation seems to have a little bit of a problem with 5.1 or multi-channel audio right now. The device only supports Dolby Digital Plus, which is AC3 Plus, basically. It's the second generation version of AC3. Beyond that, let's not get into photos. Beyond that, it's tough to say.
Amazon owns,
whether that's going to get fixed or not.
They own IMDb.
Yes.
So what is the IMDb integration like?
When you go to a movie
Okay.
and click on it,
Let's go to The Odd Couple.
okay, it's a great movie featuring Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. It has a little IMDb rating icon at the top, and I think it probably pulls the description and the star stuff from the IMDb.
Oh, and I can look at movies with Jack Lemmon.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, like, if you want to go spend some time, that is a good thing to do. There are a lot of good movies with Jack Lemmon. It's real deep. I mean, I don't know that this is incredibly useful because a lot of these movies are either not available or you have to pay for them. Again, if it would let me filter with and only show Prime Instant movies in this, I'd be much like I love the way when you're using Netflix or something on the Apple TV, all of the stuff that you have to pay for, because iTunes only has paid stuff and not free streaming stuff or subscription streaming video, it's all segregated. So you know, oh, I'm in iTunes, this is going to cost me money. Oh, I'm in Netflix, this is free. Like that, they need to add that here because it's super unfriendly to people who are trying to buy or watch movies to never know whether you're going to have to pay for something or not. Drilling down into menus here.
Yes.
This is the settings menu. The interesting thing about this is, like other Kindles, it comes set up for you out of the box. So you don't have to put in your username or password. They just know you connect it to your network. You might have to put your Wi-Fi password in. If you plug it into Ethernet, it just says, oh, hi, Will, and fires up, and it has all of your movie library. If you go to Video Library, these are actually digital versions of movies that I've bought on DVD or Blu-ray. So if you get an Amazon Instant Video here, this stuff just shows up.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of
Better
neat.
than the Flixster method.
It is definitely better than the Flixster method. I think I'd still rather have iTunes code, so it'll work on my iPad. But you know, whatever, it's fine. The next thing is TV. This is again just a front for the Amazon Instant Library, whether it's Prime or not Prime. It has a lot of the same stuff. It works the same. If you hit the button, hit the voice button, Norm, you have to hold it down. American Pickers. So that's a good thing to mention. You press and hold the button, and you talk when it beeps, and then you release it when you're done talking. So that takes away a lot of the difficult stuff about voice recognition.
It's a show where they screw the old people.
They don't screw the old people.
They screw over the old people.
The show about screwing the old people is completely different. Anyway, the TV stuff's okay. The photo stuff ties into your Amazon Cloud library of Go to music, because this is... Oh wait, there is no music.
There's no music.
All the music is in apps. So if you want to listen to music through your TV using this thing, A, you're going to waste a lot of power because it costs way more money to run your TV than it is to run a stereo. B, you have to use streaming music apps like Pandora or iHeartRadio or that kind of stuff. There's not a lot of, I don't even know if there's an RDO implementation. I think there's Spotify. That's it.
Nope.
That's all of them.
All right.
Let's talk about games, because that's the other thing. Oh, one last thing on the app front. They're going to add free time in the same way that it's been added to the Amazon Fire, Kindle Fires. Free time is the parental control thing that gives you really granular control. So you can say, okay, my kids are allowed to watch this much educational TV every day and this much entertainment TV and this many hours of cartoons. They're allowed to play this many games and they're allowed to do blah, blah, blah. I feel like free time is probably a little bit less useful on this because the shared TV experience is a little bit easier for parents to monitor. But you know, still probably not a bad thing if you're a parent. Games. They sell a controller. It's this guy right here. You should show people. It's
It's a wireless controller.
It is a
right
wireless controller. It uses Bluetooth. It costs $40.
Put it down here.
It has the Xbox configuration, so offset sticks, a D-pad in the lower left, 4 face buttons in the top, and 2 triggers. I think the bottom triggers are analog. Not that it really matters. There's also playback controls under the front. It doesn't have voice that I can tell, and I don't really know what that center button does. I think that brings up their social network thing for video games on Amazon, which I couldn't figure out how to turn my profile on for. I think you're connecting maybe still.
Okay.
Anyway, it is a very, I didn't really use the Ouya controller long enough to tell you whether it sucks as much as people say. It did not seem good. This seems about as good as the Ouya controller. The analog sticks are okay. The D-pad is probably the worst I've ever used. If you hit that D-pad, it's real, like there's no in-betweens, there's no gentle transition from one side to the other. I'm pretty sure you can hit all 4 buttons at once on the D-pad.
Oh yeah, I'm
like
right
there's
in the
no pivot in the middle.
Yep, right in the middle.
It's not real good. Theoretically, since this thing uses Bluetooth, you should be able to take take a, like, say, PS3 DualShock and hook that up to this, and then use a real controller for this. You can plug in a wired Xbox 360 controller, or I haven't tested it, but I would assume if the wired 360 controller works, you'd also be able to plug in a wireless 360 dongle, the PC thing.
Keyboards also work.
You can plug a wireless keyboard in as well. It's not real good.
All right, so Amazon wants to sell you games.
I don't know if they want to sell you games. They pitched this. I'm going to read it because I want to make sure it right. They kind of pitched it as console gaming at phone gaming prices, which sounds really good because, like, Minecraft on the Xbox 360 is $20. Minecraft on the phone is $5.
Okay.
It's not
Is it
really
the same experience?
No, it's not at all.
Can we launch it?
So we'll get to Minecraft in a minute. Go back over to that Sub-Zero because that's the one native game that was designed for this box. This is designed by the folks at Double Helix, I think. Double Helix made Killzone for the Xbox One. Go over to open. It works with the game controller. This is a tower defense.
Oh, it didn't load in the background.
It doesn't. No, apps don't load in the background. Sorry.
Boo.
It's a tower defense / third-person shooter. You have to defend your base, and occasionally you can warp into the game and shoot people. It's kind of boring.
Boy, that was a long load time.
So I'm logged in to this Game Center thing, to their version of Game Center or Xbox Live or whatever. It even hides my profile from me.
Huh.
So I don't know how to fix that. It's a problem. Like, the support for this is a little thin. Just go to the first. Yeah, okay. You're thinking about this too much.
Yeah.
Okay. The game is short for Severity Zero, which is the programmer way of saying it's a bug that we can't ship the product with, which I thought was kind of funny.
Still loading.
It's the only Fire TV native game that I'm aware of that's out so far. Basically, you just pull the trigger to shoot. And you place some turrets. It's tower defense. So they started those triangles down at the bottom, and then they go up to that center thing, and you have to defend your business. And they're going to come on both sides. So don't use all your money on one side. You want to have some money for the other side.
Okay.
And then to go put money on the other side. Oh, you just put a slow where there's no guns. Norm,
I'm just trying to go.
That left side is going to be completely undefended. There you go.
Okay.
Put some turrets there. Yeah, this is
defense games on the console. Oh, I'm out of money. All right, okay. Begin my alien assault.
So now you can warp in by pressing Y, I think. So move your cursor to a spot, and you'll beam down. You want to beam down on the side without all the guns. They're coming on the side with no defenses.
Oh no!
Move the cursor. Now press Y. You got to move it out into the middle. Oh God! There you go.
And
you can tell. Now they're going to be right behind you.
Oh my goodness!
They're right behind you. Shoot those guys. Shoot them. Wow.
They're aggressive. This controller sucks. It's so much.
I don't think it's just the controller, in fairness. You're going to die. You can press A to dodge enemy attacks.
Oh, this is a terrible game.
It's not a good game. It comes free with the controller. You also get 10 space bucks, and you're shooting him in the arm. You should shoot him in the face. That's the universal place you shoot bad guys. You get $10 space bucks worth of points. They use a 1 point % thing like Nintendo used to use.
Oh my god!
And when you have they call them coins. You get coins for buying games. You get coins for buying a controller. I have yet to spend actual real money on any Fire TV game.
Legitimate delay to when I make an action and when it responds, and I'm right next to the controller. If we do an inset with the controller,
that might be because of, I don't know if Joey's piping, if we're getting a direct feed from the HDMI splitter into that TV, or if it's going through the TriCaster. So that might, I didn't notice any lag when I was playing. That might be our video capture.
I'm backing out of this game.
You should not play this game anymore. The good news is there are a bunch of what I would call pretty good Android games that have been ported and released in the Android App Store, and they're available for Fire TV. So, for example, Minecraft.
All right, the Pocket Edition.
Pocket Edition. This has multiplayer now. We looked at this years ago when it first came out. You need to press, there we go,
Generate that world.
Yep, generate the world.
Oh, this is so bad without a keyboard and mouse. There it goes. Okay.
You're gonna love this. It's a great experience for everyone. But I mean, the pitch. This thing is
Minecraft.
It is Minecraft. This thing is primarily for video streaming. I think the games are just a bonus. It's just like, oh, well, we have a GPU in this Android processor that we're using, in this ARM processor we're using. Might as well, and we have a big library of games that won't take a lot of work to port over. Most of them probably already support controllers because Android has supported controllers for a while. Why not just release this thing? Are you going to build a penis? Because that's what everybody does in Minecraft. Okay.
All right. All right. I can hit the home button.
You can hit the home button to go back out. Yep. You're going to lose your progress.
That's fine.
I played The Cave and some other platformery type stuff like Badlands. It's all fine. It's not great. It's fine. It's fine. Like, if you didn't have another way to play these games, this is an okay way to do it. If your parents won't let you get a console, but they'll let you get a Fire TV, have fun.
I have an Apple TV, and I have a Roku 3, and I have a media streamer, a WD media
This
streamer.
isn't for you.
Not for me. Who is this for?
If you have a large collection of music, videos that you've ripped from DVD or Blu-ray.
Not music.
Not music. Don't rip music. That's all useless to you now.
Okay.
Then maybe this is for you. If you don't want to pay the $8 for Netflix, but you're paying the, $100 now for Amazon Prime and get Amazon Instant Video with that, maybe this is for you. Oh, wait, we forgot. There's one other thing you can do. You can, this is a Kindle Fire HDX, the 7-inch one. Oh, God, it's ads. You can stream from your, you have second screen experiences. I could have been doing stuff on my tablet while you were playing your game.
Okay.
I'm not going to make people watch that because it's rough. I can use this as a screen for my Kindle Fire HDX.
Beam it over.
I'm going to mirror this display. Joe, you might want to capture this. It's pretty magical. It's starting to discover now, and it's saying, hey guys, display mirroring starting soon. It's preparing to mirror the display. This takes a really long time every single time I've done it.
Over local Wi-Fi.
That's the Kindle Fire is plugged in via HDMI. There we go. We got it.
All right.
Okay. So now I can do. My wife's reading the Divergent books. Don't judge me. I can do all of the stuff. Like this is a mirror. Oh God. Go away. Go away. I don't want you. This is a mirror of my screen. You can see it's
pretty responsive.
It's not bad. Yeah. It's a little bit laggy.
That's all right.
But it's usable. It's not really good for watching video though. I'll pop up. Let's go back to G.I. Joe. You want to watch it locally, not on the thing.
Oh, Jonathan Pryce again.
Yeah.
The president.
It's not bad. It's a little chuggy. Yes. Now, what I can do is pipe that up to the TV. Yep. So playing it up there. And then you get a second screen experience down here. You get all the X-ray stuff with your Kindle Fire. So the movie will play on the big screen, which we don't want to show. And you'll have like who's in the current, which actors are in the current scene, trivia, all that fabulous stuff. It takes a little while to get going. The streaming to the TV is worse than both the Chromecast and the Apple TV. You have to dig into the settings menu to turn it on. It takes a couple of seconds. There's a massive amount of loading.
Oh, communication error.
Yeah.
There it goes. Technology.
Yeah, it's not a great experience. And then you can turn, so it's weird. You can turn it off from the pull-down menu, but you can't turn it on from the pull-down menu. So there's no easy way that I've found to turn it on and get like instant on for that thing.
If the Fire TV is basically an extension of the Kindle Fire,
yeah,
and they're both Android, they run similar apps,
yeah,
and the Kindle Fire is already limited in what it can do in terms of just basically media playback. What is the benefit as opposed to running like iOS apps or web browsing?
Let me give you a scenario. I'm painting you a word picture here. You have 2 children and 1 Fire TV and 1 Kindle Fire. One of them can play Sub-Zero with the controller, while the other one can do the second screen game with the tablet.
It's a very specific scenario.
Also, you can beam video. I don't know. It feels like they're trying to build an ecosystem here. It's not a particularly good ecosystem. I feel like the tablets have gotten to a point where they're very serviceable and pretty good tablets, especially for the money you pay. I think that this feels like a $59 thing, not a $99 thing. This feels like they should be competing against the cheap Roku, not the good Roku. And without the benefit of the seamless, like the nice thing about the Chromecast and the Apple TV is that streaming from the iOS devices and Android devices is really fast, really seamless, really easy to use. You use the iPhone, you realize you just pull down that little square with the triangle, and all of a sudden your video is piped up to the TV.
Not so much here.
You don't have that here. I'm sure it will come with time, but we recommend things based on how they are when we test them, not how they're going to be in the future. So I don't know who this is for. Like, there's better Amazon Instant clients out there. I think there's even an Amazon Instant client on the Roku, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah. So you can get Amazon Instant on Xbox 360, Roku. I think the PlayStations. Yeah, I don't know why you would get this box with the crappy games and the bad controller, except the voice search is nice. Voice search is really nice, but maybe wait for the next one and see if they do better the second
And they're not
round.
offering any deals where you get like free 6 months of Prime or anything.
I think you get a free month of Prime if you're not already a subscriber. You get some Amazon Space Bucks for buying games if you buy the controller. I think you get $10 worth of Space Bucks for the $40 controller. Plus you get Sub-Zero for free. So
already,
it's the Mario 64 of this platform.
Fire TV.
I wouldn't buy it. I would not buy it. Plex is nice, but Roku has a better Plex implementation, I think.
It's not so hot.
Buy a Roku. Buy a Roku 3.
Not hot shit.
Why would you say it's hot shit?
It's not hot shit.
Oh, okay.
It's just shit.
There you go. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Will.
I'm Norm.
Bye.
Bye.